everybody. Hooking up with Florida Trailblazer once again today, and we're heading out to Ocala. I'm supposed to meet him at some area that leads into what he's described as a type of lost world. Apparently it's really challenging to get to it, and I'm kind of excited. He's got something planned out, so I'm going to follow his lead today, and he's going to show me some stuff. But anyways, alright, let's see what we can get into. Alright, Florida Trailblazer dropped his car off out by the road because it's two-wheel drive. This is a very rough track, so we're taking the four-wheel drive back here. We've never traveled back through this road before, so we don't know what we're getting into, but it should be pretty exciting.
Back in the Jeep again. Yeah, it's great to be out here with you, man.
Yeah, this is always an adventure. I love four-wheeling. I love it, man. That's why I like coming up here. But yeah, we should be, I can already see some pretty wild territory back there.
Yeah, that's the great thing about this forest. We've been here before, and not in this section, but you got to drive back into these places to really see the beautiful parts of this area, the wild parts of Florida.
All right, so we dropped the Jeep off. Nice little parking area back there. No, not really a parking area, it's just a wider spot in case other vehicles want to travel through. But we found this little track here that looks like it could be leading to some type of benchmark. We're not exactly sure what it is that it's marking, but we're gonna go find out. This little trail is really cool, but we got to be really careful. It's bear country back here, so
Definitely.
yeah. But while I'm running my mouth and being noisy like this, you're not gonna see any wildlife, so I'm gonna shut up and keep my eyes open for you guys. All right. Okay, so we've made it to the GPS location of where the benchmark is, and we're not spotting it. Sometimes it's a concrete marker with a bronze plaque. Sometimes it's on stapled to a tree. Sometimes it's just like a little wood marker somewhere.
Could be covered up.
Yeah,
a lot of foliage.
Yeah, it could be totally buried underneath all this leaf and litter, and so we're looking.
We're right in the area. It should be around here. See something attached to that tree over there. It looks like an orange ribbon.
Yeah, that's probably just for hunting.
I don't know. It looks like there's something else hanging from it. If you'll take a look.
There is something. Yeah, there's definitely something over there.
You know what? I think this is the benchmark. See right here. So we were looking all around that area back there. The map was off just a little bit. This is it.
That's the ones I've seen before, yeah.
Survey marker. This one has a name on it. I don't see a year. A lot of times you'll see the year that was put here.
Yeah, I often see them in bronze attached to a piece of concrete. But yeah, this is on there good. This is a piece of aluminum. Yeah, that pipe there, I guess, is to mark it from a higher elevation so people can see it from the trail.
Yeah, right here, there's a boundary sign. Yeah, this is awesome. We found it, man.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, we almost gave up on it.
Yeah,
we were
heading back to the Jeep.
Yeah,
yeah.
we were walking back to the Jeep, and we saw this orange flag over here, and it's worth inspecting.
So yeah, you can see more flags off in the distance over there. So I guess they kind of just sort of lead to this spot. They want you to find it. I guess it's sort of a thing.
Well, this could be like a boundary right here. See
right.
It kind of lines up with that.
It says no motorized vehicles. I'm gonna tell you what, there ain't no vehicles getting through here.
Maybe at one time you could.
Maybe.
It's just all overgrown now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, we found it, dude.
Yeah. mission accomplished.
Yeah, so let's get into some more stuff. We got a lot to do today. Good find, man. Now there's the Jeep. All right. Yeah, is this the track?
Yeah, this is the track. Do you want to hike in or drive down?
I want to drive.
Want to drive?
Yeah, man.
You sure the Jeep can make it through here?
Come on now. This is awesome. You know, places I always wanted to drive, like in my neighborhood, we gotta drive like 2 hours out to get to any places that we can four-wheel. This is awesome. There's stumps, there's trees, you gotta be careful back here. I think we'll call it quits right here, just in case there's mud turtles and stuff.
Yeah, I see a bunch of mud here.
Yeah, so let's put it right here and then we'll hike the rest of the way in.
All right.
Cool. Ready, man?
Yeah.
All right, so we're out of this place right now, which the locals call Lost World Island.
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we could be mistaken. I'm not really worried about that, but it's so far it's pretty neat. You know, it's got these tight little jungle trails, you know, that you can drive on, and I like it. It's good stuff. It's what I've been trying to get into for a long time now. We don't get a whole lot of that in our neighborhood, so.
Yeah, and not a lot of people get back in here. So it's a very isolated place. And they call it an island because it's clearly surrounded by swamps. And this island is raised above the swamps.
So it's going to be a challenge getting through all this because it's sort of a labyrinth of water right now. So we're just trying our best to stay high and dry. And so I got my waterproof socks on, but you know, Florida Trailblazer.
I can handle it.
All right, you're a man. You can handle it. You got this. I was gonna keep an eye out for water snakes and water moccasins. Hopefully, we'll see some. We're looking around, following some coordinates that somebody provided us. Not going to name any names, but we found one of the coordinates and it turns out to be quite an Indian mound. This is really cool. It's got rocks and petrified material that are huge, like big chunks that aren't, you know, put your arms across and it's like that.
Yeah, and the beginning of the mound is not as large. You can see it, but as you get back in here in the woods, it just keeps going.
Yeah, it's huge. It's probably one of the biggest ones I've been to so far. Yeah, these mounds are really cool. You know, these little snail shells, aquatic snails that they would eat, and they just discard them up here. The material itself is sort of petrified over hundreds of thousands of years of being compacted, full of, you know, seashells and shells and shellfish, and just piled up on top of it and over, and eventually just compacts into like one solid lump. I haven't seen any pottery shards yet, but we're keeping our eyes open. There's definitely going to be some. All right, cool. Let's see what else we can find.
All right, we're exploring on this mound, and as we're searching the area, we're starting to see some evidence from the past. Besides the shells scattered all around, we're seeing some pieces of pottery fragments and even some limestone points. Could have been used as tools, some bones. All this stuff was dispersed here over long periods of time by the Native Americans. And it's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And it's taken us a long time just to find these tiny little artifacts, because they're not quite as obvious as some of the other mounds we've visited. This is a half a bone right here, and you can see it in there. And these, they could be points or they could be tools for skinning or digging.
Yeah.
And these are the only two pieces of pottery that we found so far in the whole mound. I'm sure there's tons more out here. It's just we're kind of limited because you can't dig out here. You can't mess with the mound. This is just stuff that we found on the surface. So once you come out here and and you don't see anything, you're SOL if you can't dig. So, and that's why the frequency of these shards and these tools is really low, because it's very overgrown in here. It's not very traversed at all. It's almost never visited. So nature just takes her course and she just buries everything in her in her leaf litter. But these finds are really good though. I mean, we worked really hard looking for these ones. So
yeah, it's really rewarding. It's a large mound, so there's a lot of places to cover here when you're looking for this stuff, and just seeing any kind of evidence like this is very rewarding to me.
Yeah, what's really cool. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you gonna say?
Well, I'm just saying I enjoy it very much.
Yeah, what's really cool is that thousands of years ago, they used those tools for something. Somebody else's hand was using that tool for something. Somebody else had picked that up and napped it into a shape and used it for some type of purpose. And I find that really neat, because it's kind of like time traveling in a way.
Going back in time when you see stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're surrounded by the swamps, and it makes you wonder, like, how close this mound was to the water at that time. Because, like you were talking about earlier, the climate changes.
Climate does change. And, thousands of years ago, Florida was a much different place. I'm pretty sure that the plant life here was pretty similar, but like this whole area right here could have just only been like a few paths. And the streams back then, they ran clear. The water was clear. It wasn't really muddy like it is now. But so you can see the shellfish, and the water was clean to drink and things like that, of course. Yeah,
and what I find fascinating too, if you explore around these woods, you don't see shellfish anywhere else, really. I mean, just on these concentrated areas where the mounds are, and it's like they took all those shellfish and put them here.
It seems like and hiking down the Econ River or any of these other rivers that we go to, I almost never see these type of creatures at all.
Yeah.
Ever. And it's like these shells.
That's interesting.
These snails are. I only ever see like the big apple snails. The big invasive species.
And I've seen a lot of those too.
But I don't think I've ever seen these in such a quantity as this.
Yeah, these are the little shells. You see these all over the mound.
Yeah, and that's a good sign that you're on a mound, is when you start seeing shells like this. So, anyways, so we try to find a few more and then see if we can spot a couple of the mounds.
Yeah, plenty to explore out here.
Yeah. All right, man. Man, these trees are insane. There's a really, really old part of the forest here. Yeah, woodpecker. They say the woodpecker is the inventor of the flute. There was one night, a young Indian man was walking through the woods just like this, and the wind was blowing, but he could hear this beautiful sound coming from the forest, and he couldn't figure it out. So one day he decided to follow the sound during the day so he can find out where it was coming from. And then he noticed that up in the tree there was a woodpecker tapping on a branch. And you can see the branch, and then every time the wind blew past the branch, it would make this beautiful noise. And so he took another stick and he threw it up there and knocked it down, and it came down, and it looked like this. And it had the holes in it, and he tried himself to blow into it, and it made that beautiful noise. So basically the woodpecker was the inventor of the flute. But anyways, let's play another song. It's starting to get a little dark. that was an awesome day, man.
That was a great time, man.
Yeah. Now it's fun off-road time. I love this spot, man. We start coming out here a lot more often.
Such a great adventure, taking the Jeep in these places.
Oh, man, you know
fun,
it, man. Love it. I love it. That's what a Jeep is for.
Yeah, this kind of stuff right here.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. That Indian mound was really cool. That was a very unique Indian mound because it just like sprawled all over the woods back there.
Yeah, it was one of the larger ones I've seen, definitely in this area. It was fun getting back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this whole area, just hiking in there was really exciting. I had never been in this area before. There's a lot more to see. We didn't even see it all.
Oh man, it was like, 30,000 square miles of forest out here. Something like that. It's a huge, vast wilderness out here, and just getting to some of these places is you can only get here with four-wheel drive. So.
Or by boat through the creek.
Yeah, boat, canoes, or stuff like that. Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
So this Jeep comes in handy, yeah.
Definitely. Everybody always says, go to Ocala, you want to go off-road. I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. So what else we got here?
Oh, so I want to talk about these bad boys, Jungle J stickers.
Yours truly.
So we got some Jungle J stickers here, and I actually have some Florida Trailblazer stickers too. So we both got stickers for everybody.
Yep. Yeah, just hit us up on our Patreon, and we'll get some out to you.
Yeah.
So, and that shows your support for our channel, and it's hard work coming out here and doing this, and so fuel costs and things like that just add up, and sometimes we can't get out far, so every little bit helps.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, those ones are for you, and let me get one of your Florida Trailblazer ones. That's got to go in the Jeep. Nah, I want the other one, the green one. Give me the green one. Yeah, that one. That's a cool. I think you designed this, didn't you?
Yeah, I designed all these, man.
That's great. Yeah, that's how we roll, man. I'm a designer. He's a designer, and that's, we just get stuff done that way.
My favorite one. I like this one a lot. And I like your logo's awesome.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Let me see the approved one. I don't think.
Yeah.
Check that out. Yeah, I totally approved of this message.
I think this one's cool too, the silhouette.
Oh yeah, I got one. You know what? That's a funny one because that confuses me sometimes. I'll look over my shoulder and I got that on my back window back there, and I think it's a guy standing there. Oh, I almost run him over. But yeah, this is it for us. We're heading back out to the main highway out here. It's another mile or so to go.
Back to civilization.
Back to civilization, and I think I'm hungry, so I'm gonna stop and get something to eat. You wanna come along?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I saw a fish shack on the way in, so let's stop there. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate the support, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.